Live, Twitch, and YouTube. The Canvas Closet Podcast, solo.to/Canvas Closet 420. What's up, everybody? We are live. We are live right
Happy
now.
420.
Happy 420, everybody.
Oh, that was my first hit in the last 5 hours. Well, no, I did smoke while I was driving, but
I smoked while the roof repairman was here, or the roof person was here, and and if we can get exclusive here on Main Street. Oh no, you can't get exclusive. We're not that big of a company.
Only if you gotta order a whole pallet or 10.
No, I wouldn't take that away from Magpies, though.
I was like, no, all of the businesses.
Yay! Yeah, no, we can't offer exclusivity. That'd be like do you ask Superfizz for exclusivity? I can't with that.
No, even anything. Like, I used to have accounts like that all the time. You're like, we need to get the exclusive. I'm like, there is a $25,000 minimum for an exclusive.
Yeah, we would have to say something outrageous like that. Outrageous.
Yeah, then you got to make up for what I'm not putting in the 9 other stores that I have on Main Street.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. We're a small business over here. We trying to get these people to put table cards on their fucking restaurant tables over here. I think I packed this too swiftly, and now I think there's some air pockets in it, and it's gonna bother me.
Oh, can't be any.
It's like, what do I do about it? I can repack it, but then I have to like empty it out. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Tater? Little Bobby Customs.
It's cousin.
Okay, I'm gonna actually see if I can get some of this out and see if I can start again. I'm not smoking yet because
yay! That's fucking awesome.
That's dope. Yes.
I've been watching. I mean, I see your posts and I think it's freaking amazing. I love it. Like,
I love that too.
That's awesome.
I love hearing that we inspire people.
Thank you.
I inspire some of y'all to go to therapy. I really do. It's a little bit funny, but it's a little bit true. So I did some stand-up while you were in town.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just posted a picture. I didn't do any recording or anything, but
yeah, nobody recorded, and that's okay. It was fun. It was really a good time. It was just like a open mic night, and I was like, do I go? Do I not go? Do I go? Do I not go? Like, I was back and forth with myself. But then I got up on, I went. I put my name on the list. I went, and then I got up on stage, and it was just like, give me that microphone. I had that microphone in my hand like I've been doing comedy for years. I was like,
yeah, no, everyone liked you. I definitely, that was only your second time on stage. Third.
Yes.
I didn't. Have I been to all?
No, you weren't at my. I did one. I did one in Denver, and you were at the Denver one. What's up, Jen? What's up, Schnooks? You were the Denver one, right? And then I did one in St. Louis too. Were you at the St. Louis one? Maybe not. Maybe I was out there. It was when Kyle was there too, and then also Ruth showed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't at that. I was not at the St. Louis. We talked about you doing one while we were there, but no, you didn't actually get.
And then let me tell you a funny story about that. I peed beside my car before that show. I had to pee so bad when I found a parking space, and I couldn't make it to the thing. So I just opened my car doors and squat right there. I had baby wipes in my car, but whatever. But I was on like a public, like I was on a street. We weren't camping. This wasn't, somebody could walk down that side. People lived up in the apartments upstairs. They could have looked out and seen some girl peeing on the street. Probably a normal day in St. Louis. But anyways, I peed on the street. It's better than peeing on myself, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yes. I mean, I have seen more people pee on the side of the road, and I've seen,
I've
whatever.
definitely
You
done
got to
it
do what you
more
got to
than
do.
once.
Fucking got to do what you got to do.
Y'all already know I took
Okay.
a shit in front of a stranger at a campsite just a month ago.
Unwillingly, but yes, you did.
Not intentionally. I mean, it's what it is.
I mean,
Sometimes
when
sometimes
nature, yeah, when your body's
your
like, nope.
body is just like, listen, I know you're a grown adult, but you're about to piss yourself right now.
But you know what? Like I think I told you all about it, but my last experience of being stuck in traffic and about to have an exploding bladder and not like, I was like, I'm rethinking these whole fucking adult diaper things and driving cost. Yeah, like you gotta be.
Yeah, no.
No.
Adult diapers get a bad rap, first of all, but second of all, who's old enough to remember the astronaut who drove across country wearing a diaper for a man? She did this for a man. She did this for a man. I don't know if she got the memo back then. Men are trash. You don't fucking adult diaper it across country for a man.
I thought
You drive across country.
wasn't her intention not good?
No, it was not good. It was
Yeah,
not
I
good.
was
She had an
like,
obsession. She was driving across country not for a man that wanted her to be there, but for a man who was actively trying to avoid her and had another person, woman, wife, girlfriend, I don't know.
yeah. I want to say it was a Florida woman.
Oh, I am almost positive it was a Florida woman.
Yeah, that's why I remember. I think the most is like Any, but
I was like, that was the first time in my life that I saw something that fucking crazy.
Right, and then you're like, adult diaper is crazy. No, I'm now going to put an emergency fucking adult diaper in my fucking glove box because I have never been stuck in traffic like that where I was like literally like it's ruined my upholstery in my seat and get a whole new fucking seat. Yeah, like
yeah.
No.
Yeah, the odds are too they get higher every year. I feel like the odds get higher every year.
It's like, okay, how far between stations and how
And my absolute refusal to stop at a rest stop if I'm driving by myself.
by
My
yourself.
absolute
Yeah.
refusal. It's
Yep.
got to be an open and active gas station. One time I was driving my mom to a place that's like 4 or 5 hours from here, and we had to leave early in the morning. I lost my whole mind this day, by the way, because we drove there and she was not even 30 minutes late. She wasn't even 10 minutes late, and they refused to see her. And I was like, y'all better be happy that COVID is happening and I'm not in that hospital right now. But
in Junction, yeah.
oh my God, I lost it. I was like, she's old, she's a veteran, she's got a walker. Like, what part of this sounds like it's a good idea to cancel her fucking appointment because she's less than 10 minutes late? And then and then they rescheduled her for a virtual. I was like, we didn't have to drive here. And then her doctor on that virtual was like, well, they told me that you were over 30 minutes late. And she was like, no, I wasn't. I was like, no, she wasn't. But that day, we were driving, we left early in the morning. And because of that, there were no gas there. Like when I had the urge, there were no gas stations open nearby. But there was one that had this like kind of weird land setup so that I could park my car in a way that you couldn't see me from the street and whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. And I parked my car in the way that I was thinking, and then I reached in and I got like baby wipes or whatever, and I opened the back door. And then I squatted down, and it freaked my mom out. She was like, I thought you brought me out here to kill me. And I was like, but like, that's a bad plan because people know I'm with you. But also, like, she thought, because I just abruptly stopped the car. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, I gotta pee. I didn't say nothing. I just got out of the car. I walked around the car, and I squatted down, did my thing, and moved on in life. But she like literally had like a
Wow. That's how she was. I mean, I
dramatic
remember
ass
you were.
shit.
It was early.
It was early. Oh my
Y'all had
God,
to
I lost
drive
my shit.
from Durango to Junction, and that was not a short drive. And to be told that your fucking appointment is canceled
At a
at a
veterans appointment. At a
like,
veterans appointment.
and then why, and then to be told you can reschedule virtually. Why wasn't that an option in the first place?
Don't know.
Knowing, like.
I don't know. And I was so angry. I was so angry. I was like, I don't know if I can control myself. I don't know if I've had enough therapy for today. Like, I don't like just be happy I'm outside in COVID and because they were like, this is also what they said. We can reschedule you for 5 hours from now. What? We don't live here. We live 4 hours away, which we drove to get here. There's a pandemic happening. This is before the vaccine too. There's a pandemic happening, and she is 70, mid 70s years old. So what you're telling me is that you want to put her in danger so you could reschedule her doctor's appointment because she's less than 10 minutes late? Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they lied to the doctor about it. Oh my God. I was like,
Yeah,
y'all be happy I'm not in that building right now. I would burn it to the ground.
Right. Oh my goodness.
To the ground.
On the flip side, I've done that drive, and one of our first like southern routes, we were in Durango, and we left for Grand Junction, and they were doing rock scaling. And if you didn't, so we drive and they cut you off and they're like, nope, it's closed until this time because we're rock scaling. And it's like, okay. So we came back to town. This is at like the Red Mountains side, so we're going up that side. And we turn around, we come into town, we grab coffee, we go back again, and we get through. And we have a clinic on the other side in Grand Junction. We have a caregiver clinic set up to like meet this whole group in Grand Junction. We get to the checkpoint. They let us through. Of course, our asses were like, let's have a meeting. And we stop. Well, we didn't know that there's a second fucking checkpoint. So we get to that second checkpoint and they're like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? We're like, what do you mean? They're like, where did you come? We're like, we just came through the checkpoint. And they're like, no. And we're like, yeah, we did. And they're like, you got to turn back around. So they turned us back around. They wouldn't let us through. And we then had to take the alternate route around that pass to get to Junction. So what was supposed to be like a 12 o'clock clinic ended up being at like 7 o'clock at night.
Wow.
They were like, yeah, this isn't so fun because they had like a family picnic and everyone had, it was.
No. That sounds awful.
So from then, I've never taken that route again to get down to Durango again. Like,
I mean, I avoid certain routes too because Colorado. Because it's Colorado. Yeah. And you're so done.
And then we had to work. After all that, I had to work. I had to still process, 12 people's paperwork.
Fuck that.
I'm sitting in the back seat because I was a passenger in that shit. I wasn't driving. I was getting seasick. So I was like, I'm smoking my ass off. I was like, I don't care. I was like, anyone have a problem with me smoking in the car? And the dude that was driving, that was working with us, like looked at me because I think it was his car. And I was like, I don't care.
I don't care. We can Febreze this bitch.
It's either throw up or smoke up. So you choose.
Crazy.
So
Colorado is crazy like that. I
I'm
got
glad
someone
you
in
chose
Esposa.
Denver. I'm glad you chose Denver over Junction. When you were like possibly Junction, I was like, no.
She's gonna hate it there. That's what you should have said to me immediately. You're gonna hate it there.
Oh, I thought that was imbued with the no. um,
I'm still trying to find this story. That I want to holler at Jen though. I did read this thing about language on Monday on the show. I'm going to read it again today for those of you who might have missed it. And I had to break it up a little bit because we were working, so sometimes it's hard. That's why we chose today to rage, because when you're working, you have to like be professional. And so when we rage, sometimes we kind of get out of professional.
Yeah, we weren't in our own setting. If y'all joined us on Monday, you knew that. But for those that are tuning in today, we did a little pop-up at one of our accounts with our Queen Kitty seltzers. It was amazing. And then but we couldn't be full. So I think I said 2 words, and I was just dancing and handing out, samples.
Yeah. She didn't say a lot on the show, but I wanted to
parade.
Yeah, we got some parade commentary in. It was interesting. God, why can I not find this story? It was crazy because I was just like,
where do you save your TCCP notes? Wherever you saved, you were reading that. You're like, I don't know where to go.
I save a lot of stuff on Facebook. I thought I'd seen it on Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one you're looking for, but I know again, I'm just here when you were like TCCP folder done. Like, okay, cool, saved, and that was the one. That was the one you read this morning, though.
That was that one. It was
the fun facts about random cannabis laws.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate that so much, because sometimes we're like, oh, was it good or not, whatever. But yeah, we did our best on Monday. We didn't want to leave you guys hanging and we also didn't want to we also didn't want you guys thinking we were out celebrating 4th of July either. We certainly were not. We were working. Let's see if I can do some Googling.
So for those that didn't tune in, at the pop-up, we
know who it is.
Had boba CBD sodas.
It was so good.
This was created by the Magpies newsstand shop owner in Durango, and she had this vision, and she's like, "Let's do it!" And a lot of people really liked it. And I'm gonna make up some little menu cards for them. And she was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So I'm gonna do some free
stuff. Very supportive.
She's so. Come on, Durango. If you're down in Durango visiting, go to Magpies newsstand. We'll also have our other locations listed. We're getting our website up soon. Maybe some little details. Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Isn't that the fucked up circle? Okay, y'all. So the saga. We're gonna jump ship here. The saga of us trying to get a bank account. It was dependent on taxes and and finally they were like, well, we have questions, and it's like, okay, we thought those questions were so we got to do a Zoom meeting. It's like, why do you have to do a Zoom meeting?
Literally no reason to do that meeting at all, because after the meeting she starts sending emails to accounting and like, I need these documents that we had discussed on the meeting that she either already had or did not absolutely need.
I didn't see any response. I didn't check for a response past this morning, but Lambda was handling that.
He's gonna love it. He's gonna love it.
And he was like, "We already gave you this." She's like, "We have a checklist." And he's like, "Yeah, well, you should."
We checked it off on the Zoom call. Then she says she needs our website so that she can make sure that we put a disclaimer on there. And we were like, it's under construction because we have to pay for the website.
Did she send us the disclaimer yet?
No.
Okay, well then I can't put that on the website and have it ready for her if she doesn't send me that.
Like,
'Cause
let us put it on there and I'll send you a screenshot, but I need you to like, we can't pay for it without money in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, we have the name
It's all
reserved.
electronic, stupid.
You know,
I
we
can't
have
send
the
them a
name
check.
reserved, and we have, you know, it's just not running. And again, we're not selling. Well, yeah, it's just. Anyway, why did I say that? That combined
Because of the circular bullshit. Because we've been trying to do this for months, and we finally got our shit together, right? And then now they're like asking us for things that I've never had a bank ask me for these things for my business before. Never. Like my other business, I have an account with them. They never ask me no questions like this. And I understand it a little bit because I'm selling a product and not a service, but also I need a bank account in order to achieve some of the things that you're asking me to achieve. Like this is all electronic. We don't live in 1985. We live in 2022. And in 2022, I can't just write a check to the what, and I don't have a check, by the way. And I can't I'm gonna just walk in there with cash. Where am I gonna walk to?
how we left off was, I'll be sending y'all checks soon. Some temporary checks.
We left off with this is going to take a week and I'm going to send you some temporary checks. And now we are 2 weeks later. Anyway, the saga continues.
So send some good vibes our way. And if
all of them,
of a good Colorado bank for businesses, local, and
all the good vibes.
All the good things.
We need the good vibes.
This is in Colorado. Right, let us know. Because I think we're down to like threatening. We're like, oh, we're gonna take our shit somewhere else, and it's just like, but you have an account there. Like, doesn't that stand for anything in turn? Yeah, like, all right.
Anyways, we told you we were gonna rage today, and that is what we're doing. I know who it was. We've talked about him briefly before, but I know who it was that I wanted to talk about, and it was you talked about him briefly when we were doing some of the history, but it was Alan Turing. So we talked about him because he's a code breaker. He was a code breaker during World War II, and he helped win World War II. So because of what he did, Hitler was no longer in charge. He was taken down. Okay. And so he produced seminal insights into what became known as artificial intelligence. Super, super intelligent guy, also gay. So for his service, for his contribution to saving the world, really, at least helping save the world, they castrated him because he's gay.
But didn't give him any of his credit.
And they did not give him any of his credit for, like, yeah. And also, he ended up, we didn't do the trigger warning today, but he ended up unalive at his own hands. And because of his treatment, he was a hero, and they treated him like trash in the streets. And this is what I was saying the other day when I was trying to like remember where I saw that story and where I put that story and everything. I was trying to say the other day that some people are like, not me, right? They love me. They love me. They don't love you. They're using you to get to the end of where they need to get. At the end of the day, they will turn their back on you if you are something other than what they approve of.
Yep, or what they're, getting from you. Like if you don't have what you're offering them, then
I'll give you an example of a time that it less happened to me. This was an extreme. This is extreme. Look what they did to this man. Very extreme. I just got fired and not paid. But also, I was in a very vulnerable space to start. I had just come out of being a general manager of a place that was under investigation. And they also took money from me, and I had the MED in my store every day, and because there was discrepancies from Denver to here, then I was being held, like responsible for some of those things. And I was like, hold. So I was under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress to keep my store running and to also answer to these allegations that were being kind of tossed upon me. And I had just gotten out of that situation. And I really love what I do. I really love it. I love working in a dispensary. I love managing a dispensary. It's stressful as fuck, but I love it. I love having conversations with people in the dispensary, helping them make decisions about what they're going to choose, et cetera, in an educated way. I love it.
Right.
So there's a new dispensary in town. It's an adult use dispensary. This person is absolutely clueless when it comes to cannabis, says things like, it's okay if it smells like hay, and it's not okay because that means that you've lost all of your terpenes and you're basically selling grass. I mean, I know it's a nickname, but that's not supposed to be taken literally. Anyway,
Right.
I watched on several occasions, but I watched two very major occasions, three really, where they were kind of like Shadesville, right? It was like or very reactive to an individual for no reason, and then would be like, did I overreact? And I'd be like, yeah, I mean, a little bit. I think he was just making a statement or whatever, but he lashed out at two people that I consider friends, right? Professional colleagues at very, very basic minimum, but like I consider them friends. And uh and he had like really been like kicked them out of his space, mean to them, for no reason. And then there was another person that he had offered, I say he is they, it was like two different people, they had offered general management to, that had zero management experience and zero dispensary experience. And then that person kept coming back and texting. So because that was the position that I was actually going to be doing, because I have a background in that, and we had agreed to a salary. Was there a contract? No, my mistake. Was I working for free? Yes, my mistake. He never paid me for my time that I worked there. I worked there with him for 45 days before he opened the store. I gave him some of my best assets, as far as employees, etc. He ended up fucking them over later on down the road too, once he used them up. But I watched him do this to a couple of people, and then he had me take care of that situation with the general manager guy. And I was walking down the street with my husband and with a friend of mine, and I just stopped in my tracks. I looked over into like a shop window, and I just kind of like saw my reflection, and I just stopped in my tracks, and they were like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What if he does the same thing to me?" Because we were talking about, we were joking on this guy because his name was funny or whatever. So we were like joking on his name or whatever. And then I just like stopped fully in my tracks, and I was like, what if he does it to me? And everybody was like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But then it did happen. Like he started, it happened like right after we had like a really serious conversation, where like I kind of told him things that I don't really talk about. And then I also at that same time had gotten a job with an education company, and it was my first trip that weekend. I was kind of anxious about it. And so we talked about it, whatever. And so I went on that trip, and I came back, the vibe was so different. It was totally like complete 180, just like fucking full different vibe. Started like stupid little shit I was noticing. I noticed it right away because I'm super intuitive, but because I have anxiety, I sometimes I don't listen. So I noticed it right away. Like little stuff, like he would let me smoke in his truck. But then one day I was like, yo, can I light this up in here? And he was like, are you crazy? My daughter is in this truck all the time. And I was like, oh,
Ew.
no, that's fine. That's why I was asking. I'm not gonna light it. Fine, it's fine. And then like on Thanksgiving, I sent like because we were friends, right? We were also friends. Careful with that. I like whatever, but we like he initiated stuff like that, so we would like send like little memes and stuff like that. I sent a Thanksgiving because I invited him to Thanksgiving. I was like, come over, like we're and I was like, I ripped the bong, right? And he like lit up my fucking text. My daughter looks at my phone, blah blah blah. Like literally, what happened, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? What happened?
Mhm. Yeah.
And started pushing, like I felt it like immediately. So I was just like, whatever. So then I came in after my trip, and it was right after, no, I came in right after Thanksgiving. It was right after Thanksgiving because my trip was the week before Thanksgiving and then Thanksgiving. And then I came in after my trip, didn't even have the balls to come in and say nothing to me. Had the other person come tell me. And I was like, dude, cool, whatever, pay me, better pay me. And they were like, we're going to take care of you. We're going to pay you. We're going to pay you. And then didn't pay me. And then denied having the conversation about the lowball offer that I was going to work for him for. And then threatened to call his attorney if I fucking continue to ask him to pay me. And I didn't have a contract with him. And so like, right, I should have known. Right before I left, he said this thing to me, and it like sticks in my mind. He said, do you think that people's opinion about you will hurt your business around here? And I was like, yeah, it definitely will. This is word of mouth town, like definitely will. And he goes, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. So people can say what they want, like, and I was just
So it'd
like,
be like backhandedly, like intimidating you to not say anything about him. Like it's not
definitely he did. Definitely he did.
Waste your time talking shit about me because
Definitely did. If he hears this and he thinks that I'm talking about him, and I'm talking about you. If you hear this, fuck you. You still owe me money, you punk bitch. But if he hears this, he sent my friend slash I had hired this guy, loved him, I loved working with him, and I was like, come work for me again. Come work for me again, right? So I brought him in, and he worked there swimmingly for at least like close to a year. I don't know if it was quite a year, but it's at least close to a year. Could have been over a year. Had told It was definitely close to a year. I don't think it was a full year. Had told me about a vacation that he was going on when I brought him in, and I had talked to the owner about this, and everything was good to go, good, great. And then also he brought in a couple of people. They were all going on the trip together. They all got approved for it. I know he definitely got approved for it because I was there for it. Got back, got fired, and then got a cease and desist because he said something to somebody about it. And also he asked for his paycheck. Also he asked for his paycheck. There are so many people that I know that have left there didn't get paid.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know.
That's what happens when you don't have the money to go, like, and he knows that. He knows that that people don't have the money to like hire an attorney to be like, fuck you, you cease and desist, right? And then you get a cease and desist from an attorney or whatever, and then you have to like, I don't know. It's definitely an intimidating ploy, but he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's a mad manipulator. And I was in a place where I was like easily manipulated because I was like, I really want to do this. Is what I love to do. And people will take advantage of what you love. Don't hate what you love because somebody took advantage of what you love. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them take that away from you. That's real life. I will never walk away from cannabis. You know what also, he tried to convince me to drop Canna Queen. He tried to convince me not to use Canna Queen.
No. I feel like that's like right when we kind of really reconnected and started talking as you were kind of going through some of this.
It was right after that.
I didn't know like in depth of that, but I knew you were not at the dispensary anymore, and you were like, "What the fuck?" And and I think we even had the conversation about where you could go, what would be your next, adventure, and
I had this conversation with my friend Charles. Holla, if you're in Telluride, go to Telluride Eurocart and get you a Euro and a Queen Kitty seltzer. Pop this kitty. But I had a conversation with him like while I was still at the store, but on my way. I knew it was over. I was like, I can't do this anymore. They're about to shut that store down. Blase, blah, blah, blah. You guys, I worked on a temporary badge for like a year and a half, close to 2 years because of that whole situation until they finally cleared me of any wrongdoing. I don't know what happened to the owners. But I was going through all that and I sat down with my friend Charles and he was like, what do you want to do with your career? Is this like, you want to stay in this industry? And I was like, yeah, I love doing this. This is the first time I've been excited about doing anything my whole life. And finally in my mid 30s, I'm like figuring out what I want to do in my life. Listen, you don't have to know in your 20s. You don't, like literally it's not a requirement. People who know in their 20s
what you want to do because it's also going to change.
Yeah. Most likely it's going to change.
What I do in my 20s, I definitely not doing in my 40s.
Certainly not.
Not.
That includes men. So like I wouldn't even touch some of the men I touched. 20-year-old Farrah, come on. But where was I going with this? Where was I going?
Well, I don't.
Charles. So Charles says, what do you want to do with your career? What do you want to stay in cannabis? Yes, I want to stay in cannabis. What do you want to do with your career? And I was like, honestly, I want to teach people about cannabis. Like that's my favorite part of the job is when they come in and they sit down with me and we have a heart to heart about how they can really get benefits from using this medicine in the right way. And so I said, that's really what I want to do. 3 months later, almost exactly to the day, I got a call from a training company and they said, hey, listen, I don't do this enough. And I am a hypocrite when I say this, but like update your fucking LinkedIn and put your goddamn resume on your LinkedIn. Do it. I've never heard of anybody getting a job from LinkedIn until I got a job from LinkedIn. So
I actually do need to put my resume on LinkedIn.
I need to like update my shit and I don't do it enough. I don't do that. So that social media that would be beneficial to me, I don't do enough. So anyways, I had my resume updated on LinkedIn at the time and they had found it and they were like, hey, can you send us, can you just send us a PDF, whatever, of your resume? I was like, yeah. So that they could print it out or whatever. And I said, yeah, send over. I had a 45-minute conversation with one of the owners. And he was like, are you available for like a video interview tomorrow? And I said, yeah. And he said, we're going to send you like 3 slides. And I think maybe his wife was like, we're going to send you like 3 slides in an email. She sends me the 3 slides. She says, you can let me do them and then see how, like, what we're looking for. And then you do it, or you can do it on your own. whatever you choose, fine with me. And I was like, cool. And then the whole day, I spent the whole day. This is what I do. I second guess myself all day long. I spent the whole day. The whole day I looked over those. They were the easiest slides in the world for me. I looked over those slides. I spent the whole day going, I'm gonna see what she wants out of this, and then I'll go. And then I get on this Zoom call and we start talking, and immediately like there's like a connection there. And then when we get to the point where she's like, okay, so we're gonna pull the slides up. Do you want to do it? Do you want me to do them? Like, how do you want to do this? And I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then you can tell me what I need to change or whatever, whatever. So they popped the slides up, and I did the slides, just went through, and I added a little extra information and whatever. And I literally got that job right then. She had 2 more interviews after me, but she had already, like, in her head, she had hired me. She was like, this is it. Right. And I got to do that job. I manifested that job. And I got to do that job. And I forget to remember this when I'm trying to like manifest my life and having all of this self-doubt. I forget to remind myself that I am magical. I am intuitive. I do feel those vibes, and I can react positively to them, or I can react negatively to them, but that is how my life is going to go if I react in those spaces that way.
Right.
But I said I want to teach, and that's what I did. And now I am working still, and I need to listen, I'm putting myself out here. I'm telling you guys, I do need to put more effort into CQ LLC. I am working on a live virtual situation, so there can be an instructor there. But like literally, I have my CQ LLC where we do education, and so I'm just trying to build on the thing that I know I love to do. But like, if you love it, don't let somebody else, especially not a fucking man, and especially not a fucking white man. The amount of times that I could have been more successful if I didn't let a white man tear me down and make me think that I was less than I was. Do you know how rich I could be right now if it wasn't for that?
I wish, like I've fortunately I walked away from positions where, I was like, no more of this. And I have walked out, and, but yes, it led me to the next, it leveled me up, to say, I don't have to take that. And I thought that I exercised that voice later in life, but it started pretty early, me being like, I don't have to do this job.
Yeah,
doesn't matter the money, doesn't matter what's, like all the things of why you stay with a job. But yeah, once I was like, nope.
Yeah, once you're on your way out, you're on your way out.
Like, and so, yeah. And several,
you become a bad employee at that point. Like literally you're like mentally not even a good employee anymore. For me, I think I stuck it out too long. Often I think that's just like a lot of that like training that I got growing up to be an obedient girl, even though I was never, that's the crux of it. I was never an obedient girl. I always had something to say about it, but then I would like stick around.
Yeah.
And there are definitely times where I should have walked away sooner, but I know that now. And it's like, now I'm, now I'm in a position where I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing my thing over here, and I'm doing a thing here to bring in a stream of revenue. And like, literally it's when do I need to walk away? Wait, I'll do it.
Right. So, well, here's one of the things.
Not for myself, though. Not for myself.
Talking about being magical, then, and another like you and I need to sit down and do a whole like our number goals. And I mean, I know you have them written in yours, but like I want to do it for us to see like when we have our meetings and whatnot.
We're coming back for the meetings too. Is Jen still in here? I'm sorry I couldn't come smoke today. She was on the
driving
road,
too,
and I was in a meeting. I was fucking stressed the fuck out, man. We got people just like coming in our house still. It's like the whole house selling thing is just like, if you have a house and you enjoy it even a little bit, just don't sell it. Just keep it. Just fucking upgrade it, whatever you need. Take the money that you would take to buy a new house and upgrade your old house. I don't know, refinance or something.
You don't have to move for a reason. Stay.
We're moving because location.
Yeah,
Location.
for
It's
a
really,
reason. Like you have to.
yeah.
It's
But if you don't have to, just stay there. It's so stressful. It's so stressful. Oh my Lord.
Yeah. That's another one. Go ahead and just write the words that that this is gonna happen. Yeah,
yes.
Like from this point, like
I need to put those Post-its back up. I put them away because we were having showings, but I need to put those Post-its back up that I had because I looked at those every day. And I read the writing on my wall every day. That's no lie. It's like
put
written.
them on a notebook or whatever you need to still see those every day.
Yeah.
I need to, yes, all that. I'm like, okay, here we are. July, y'all, is July 6th.
How are we even here? It don't even make no sense. It makes zero sense how we're in the middle of July right now. What is this from? Trichomes.com. Is this a magazine or is this what is this? Somebody tell me. Is it just supposed to be like the .com? I'm just going to try that. I think they made it the word. Okay, this is correct. I was correct about this. I was really about to type in .com like they have it on Instagram, but then my brain was like, that's not what they meant. Yes, please notify me. Yeah, I'll let you send me notifications. Don't get crazy now. Okay, so we saw this. I'm going to see if it's on their page. Listen, there's too many commercials. We saw this thing. Let's see. On their July 5th is when they posted it. Politics. No. Would this be politics? 8 strange cannabis laws in the US.
Will you share the link to our messenger so we can pick it up? Because I have the Facebook page up and I'll share it to our page too.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me find the thing first.
Oh, you know what?
Because this is just this was just what do you call them? The screenshots from the story.
I will Google it.
Laws.
8 strange cannabis laws in the United States.
Yeah. In the US that are hard to believe. There it is. I got it. I found the article. Y'all don't hate us for not being as prepared as we would like to be. Full article. There's no article showing up here. It's just a white screen. View full article. Here we go. Okay. They stole it from the French Toast. Okay. They just reposted the article. So this is on the French Toast. And it's different. So you guys know, we've talked about this before, that a website set up by a stoner here. Okay, cool. That's what that is. Okay, well, it looks like a bunch of news stories. Anyways, but in every state, there's different cannabis laws. So even though we're the United States of America, we are not the United States of cannabis because we do not have, across the board cannabis laws. It's up to the states whether or not they choose to legalize cannabis. It's still not federally legal. I think when it becomes federally legal, that we'll see more interstate commerce happening because it's going to be needed. We're already seeing that, and some spaces have too much, some spaces have too little, and so there's going to need to be that kind of situation. But anyways, so here are a couple of different laws in different states that are legal either medicinally or adult use, that are weird. So the first one is that Michigan uses the outdated spelling of marijuana. So they use marijuana, but in their laws it's with an H. Also, FYI, marijuana is outdated also, just as a term, as terminology. We all know it came from racist connotations. So, but yeah, they spell it. I know we aren't united in anything. We can't even have a safe and happy red, white, and blue day in this country. So in Michigan, they use the old spelling of the word marijuana in all of their laws. I don't know why they chose it. They said the reason is rooted in their history. According to Michigan.gov, Michigan's history primarily starts from the spelling that was chosen for the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937. So they're just, oh, it's historical. It's not a good reason to keep things, you guys. DC embraces the gift giving. Okay, so if you've never been to DC, and I've never shopped in DC, have you ever shopped in DC?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to DC.
For the weeds.
They legalized it there.
So they've legalized cannabis there, but not dispensaries. So you can't open a dispensary, but you can gift marijuana to people. So what DC does is they open like a little fucking knickknack shop. They sell t-shirts and hats and shit like that, bags of chips. You might pay $50 or $100 for like a t-shirt or 2 t-shirts, whatever. And then you would get that equivalent as a gift also to your purchase. So they can't sell cannabis, but they can sell t-shirts, and they can gift cannabis. So that's what they do.
So
and it's really fucking weird.
Get a gift.
It's really fucking weird. It's really fucking weird.
It's like, can you just put it in a gumball machine and let me put my token in and twist the thing?
Yeah, like something like that.
What? Interesting, DC. And the thing to be careful about too is you drive into an area of DC, then the laws may not be acceptable there, and you're not in legal.
Right. So in Massachusetts, it's the opposite. The dispensaries cannot sell any type of like apparel, like any kind of industry stuff. They can't sell hats and t-shirts.
They can't have their logo on anything.
They can't put their logo on anything. No stickers, no nothing.
And you have to. Oh, is this is different one? Okay, or is it?
It's probably the same.
In regard to how you find them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see that.
And I'll wait because I think it's it is separate. So, so just no logo, no branding, no logoing. So it's even worse than like because the advertising.
Oh, that's a different one. That's a different one.
Yeah. So I mean, they lifted the whole like you can't advertise on billboards for cannabis anymore in Colorado. Correct?
In Colorado, yeah, you see it on billboards.
Yeah, so more billboards. People don't.
But you can't put the leaf on the storefront. You can't do stuff like that.
No, so that's why people still do the green crosses.
Mm-hmm.
People do the Adopt a Road, which is a
it's so silly.
I mean, not a scam. Like as far as like
fucking scam
on it, like it is. I mean, I guess
it's
pays to keep the area clean. I don't.
But they don't go out and clean it. They like
that's
pay.
The thing is, it the state's responsible for that or whatever entity, and so if something's being sponsored and paid for, then I would feel like they would actually I don't
do something about it.
Yeah, like I don't know.
So yeah, you can't have any advertising on any kind of anything. No novelty items, no cups, drink holders, nothing. They are allowed to sell cannabis in many forms. So you can buy a lot of stuff, but you can't buy anything to like signify
They
in the
like to rep,
dispensary.
yeah.
Yeah, to rep the dispensary. Maine charges a meal tax on edibles. So in Maine, the rate of marijuana taxation varies based on how the drug is consumed. Let's not call it a drug. But anyways, medical cannabis, I guess in this situation, sure. Medical cannabis has a 5.5% general tax on the retail. Edibles have an 8% tax. They're taxed at a higher rate because the state subjects them to a meal tax.
Wow.
A meal tax.
What is a meal? What is a
Or a
meal
fucking
tax
candy
go to?
bar, yo. Hey, I wonder, do they impose that tax on like all food in?
Right. So what is a meal tax? I mean, that must obviously be something that exists, but
It
like we have
exists
a
in Maine.
resort tax, like like everything in my area, there's additional tax in my area because I live in a resort area.
Yeah, there's additional tax for us too.
Because you're in a tourist
Tourist.
resort area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In California, they're very particular about how they want the drug transported. According to the California Bureau of Cannabis Control, transportation by means of aircraft, watercraft, drone, rail, human-powered vehicle, and unmanned vehicle is prohibited. So in other words, you can only use your car. So no bicycles, no railroads, no drones, no boats, no planes.
Scooter? No.
No,
Self-propelled?
well,
Is that self? I don't.
I mean, it's a motorized vehicle.
No, like the push
Oh,
one.
like to push with your foot?
Yeah.
No, you can't deliver it on them unless it's motorized. I mean, motorized vehicles seem to be okay,
It's crazy.
but not if you power it with your legs. Also in California and in Washington State, you can't smell your buds. You can't see what they smell like before you buy them. Like during COVID, a lot of states adopted this, but they don't have that availability.
Ugh.
No scratch and sniff. Oh, but that would be a good idea. Whoever wrote this, it says no scratch and sniff available, but it would be a good idea to like. How could you get how could you get the smell of your cannabis into a sticker?
Well, and that's the funny thing. I think that there's someone out there doing it or tried to do it. I know that there's
That'd be
something like,
expensive.
and then in that book that I bought at the last time I was down in Durango at the bookstore, they had a scratch and sniff section, but it was like your basic smells, your basic
Yeah.
terpenes, not an actual your
Yeah.
so what goes into that? Like,
So weird.
yeah.
No, you cannot deliver it with your RC truck. No unmanned vehicles either. No
So
unmanned
read the stipulations again, please.
So no let's see, no aircraft, watercraft, drone, rail, human powered vehicle, or unmanned vehicle. So that would include an RC truck because it's unmanned, but it's like remote control.
Like it's but that would fall probably into the
But
drone,
like here,
like a drone
yeah,
situation.
they're like motorized vehicles only with like
no human powered, like,
right.
okay, interesting. Wow, you would think that would be an option just for
I
the
know.
environment. No one
Yeah.
challenged that. Dude, when I
It's
was leaving, there was a Amish family crossing the crosswalk, and they had these like scooters, but they had like big tires, like looked like a bicycle but lowered, like a kid's bicycle tire but lowered and to the ground, and then they pushed with their feet, and they had the kids strapped onto them, and they were hauling butt. I was like, wow. I'm sure you'll see them around town now that I said it to
you. Nevada's a stickler for fonts. So Nevada has every state has rules about the size requirements for like signs and labels and stuff like that. Everybody says it has to be this size and it has to fit on this size of a label or this size of a. Oh, what? Okay, I heard it.
Wow, an hour.
We did it.
Happy 420 on the West Coast. As we just wrapped up, what's weird going on there with their transportation?
Nevada has an extra rule on their sign and label requirements that the state allows serif and sans serif fonts on labels. Italics are a no-no. So this is for their labeling. Doesn't look like it's for their signs, but probably for their signs too. Any other graphic or fun fonts are absolutely out of the question.
Out of the question. Don't be fun. It's a serious business.
At all. Don't at all be fun. So also, okay, so this is the one you were talking about, Delaware. In Delaware, they are not allowed to advertise by normal print, broadcast, in-person solicitation, or other means. Instead, those looking for dispensaries have to dust off the phone book.
I would, as an ancillary business, open up a printing shop specifically to print cannabis phone books and ancillary cannabis business a phone book, and have every single business in there, and and then it's word of mouth, and then go pick up your copy. It's over there, it's over, or you can't distribute it, right? You can't hand distribute, right?
So yeah, right. You can't, nothing. So Delaware marijuana codes outlaw all sorts of advertising methods, but explicitly allow for phone book advertising. So that's the only place that you can, they're like, we're keeping the phone book alive. So you got to advertise in there.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Like that's
when was the last time? When was the last time you used a phone book?
Well, think not to look up information, but I use them to press leaves and flowers in.
They keep throwing the free one on here, and I don't want it. I'm like,
I know. Stop. I say that to them all the time. I'm like, please don't leave. I don't want it.
Stop,
like,
and they won't. They
they're
won't
like,
stop.
no, I have to. I'm like, I don't need it, and they're like, no, I have to leave it here. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna press some fucking leaves.
Start taking them back, but the gas is too expensive.
I mean, I guess if you keep it in your car and then drop it off, because they're around town, there are places to pick up too. So like I guess I could drop it off. But like I said, I find uses for them.
Why are you
take the magnet off of mine and then slap another sticker on it and then cut around it, and that's how I create my magnets for my fridge.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, so there's some use in there. Look, any ones for Florida? Don't y'all get enough news stories? Don't y'all get enough news stories? There's none for Florida. They probably got some weird shit going on there too. We don't doubt it. Let's look. Florida man. I'm just gonna look up Florida man. Let's give you a story. A Florida man was charged for throwing a hot dog at a St. Pete officer. We never did our disclaimer. Hey, listen, we're gonna talk about everything. No subject matters off limits. We're gonna smoke a lot. If you want to know what our opinion is about something, you can ask, but we'll probably tell you by looking at our face. And thanks for showing up at the end of the show. 60 times a Florida man did something totally unbelievable. We're not going to go all through all 60, but I'll give you something. I'll give you something with Florida man. Florida man wears "fuck the police" shirt to court. And he wins his case. Good. That's how it's supposed to work. Listen, being an asshole is not a crime. You don't have to respect no fucking body if you don't want to. You don't have to show nobody no fucking respect if you don't want to. I mean, it's an asshole move, granted, but it's not the law. It's not the law that you have to be nice to police officers. You don't have to. If you're so inclined, by all means. But if not, then don't. You're not required to show them your identification unless you are being accused of a crime. Like, what is the crime that you're detaining me for? Like,
Right.
literally, you don't have to show them your. Anyways, good job, Florida man. Hey, that's a good story. Florida man attacked during a selfie with a squirrel. So.
Leave the nature alone, y'all. Oh, I saw a moose on my way home.
Oh, nice. So yeah, he was trying to take a selfie. And the squirrel was like, "Fuck you." You guys have heard my squirrel
Is there a
story.
picture of it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me share the screen. Let's share it. Did my thing go out? It went out. God damn. 60 times a Florida man did something completely unbelievable. We got some feel-good stories in here too. You know? So it's
I
good.
know we're not totally raging today. Like, it's more of a
it's a little bit of both.
We'll do both.
Here it is. He's all happy right here. And then here he's like, "Oh shit, the squirrel's on my back."
Oh my gosh.
Running for his life. That's it. I'm moving to Florida, somebody said. This Florida man in "No Seriously, I Have Drugs" t-shirt arrested for possession of drugs. I mean, easiest arrest in the world. This Florida man suspected of using private plane to draw a giant radar penis. So,
okay. So some Florida man things are not just wackadoodles.
This is hilarious, actually.
Excellent.
We're going to have to do a new segment called Florida Man. Florida man charged with assault with a deadly weapon after throwing an alligator through a Wendy's drive. Oh, I heard about that one. Through a Wendy's drive-through window. Wendy's employees are the worst, y'all. They probably deserved it. Don't be mean to fast food workers, though. They hate their life. Florida man steals a car, realizes there's a baby in it, drops the baby off safely, and makes his getaway. Hey, good on you.
He's like,
that's a great.
Like, I do not want to be responsible for that. He's like, I'm gonna wipe that baby handle off and went on his way.
This ain't in my wheelhouse. I'm out. Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals that it was just seasoning. I bet he's white. I bet this guy is really good at solving crimes, somebody said. Was it?
Like Super Trooper. Like, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
This is my favorite because what? They put dirt on my food. Bro, you never had seasoning before?
Oh my goodness.
Are y'all hydrating? Make sure you hydrate.
I need to hydrate.
I'm gonna hydrate too. We're gonna play a game of Would You Rather, and then we're gonna bounce after this. But I'm gonna get through a couple more of these, and because they're hilarious, and then we'll just keep this around. Awesome. Shooting down the weather. Thousands of gun owners in Florida plan on shooting down Hurricane Irma. I remember when this happened.
I remember that too. They were like, please do not fire into the hurricanes.
So, as a tradition, we did watch Independence Day and the downfall of the earth, and then glorious redemption. But they were like, don't shoot at the UFO. on one of the.
Yeah. Do not fire at the large alien ship. You may cause
Y'all,
interstellar warfare.
not a new problem. Not a new problem. Okay. Florida man gets tired of waiting at the hospital, steals an ambulance, and drives home. Fuck this. I'm going home.
Like, I'm checking out.
I 1000% support this also. I support this. Okay. Cleverest cameo. Florida man tries to rob a GameStop while wearing a transparent bag over his head.
That's drugs, y'all. That's
don't do meth. Just what? These are on Board Panda. If you just type in Florida man, you'll find it. Can read more about it. Let's do a would you rather. Let me pull one up. Let's see. We'll do this one because they seemed like a good one. Would you rather? Let's see. I had a good one and I didn't write it down. Let's see. Okay. This is a good one. I don't know. Would you rather always be chronically underdressed or chronically overdressed?
overdressed.
The professional bee says overdressed.
Just because I will take things off versus feeling like, shit.
When I think about overdressed, I think about like dressed for the occasion, not too many clothes.
Like, but still, like when you're overdressed, like I don't know, like also like I don't know, jackets, take jackets off, like professional jacket, like
yeah. I like to be overdressed for the occasion. Yeah. But that part of me that likes a nap on the couch wants to wear sweatpants to everything. So that's why that's a hard one for me. But I would probably go with, well, I'm going to do a second to that. I would probably go with overdressed in that situation. Now, would you rather be overdressed for the weather, let's say you're layered, or would you rather be underdressed for?
Again, overdressed.
Yeah, for that I'd be over.
Even that, I get annoyed when I'm overdressed because I'm like, fuck, no, I'm carrying a jacket. I'm so hot.
That's my problem, is I don't want to carry nothing.
So, but that's, like the weather here, it changes within, 4 hours from
it was just monsooning,
sunny to monsooning to sunny to cold again. And right. So it's like, okay, thanks. I did Google some would you rather questions, so there are more. There's some pretty funny ones.
There's some good ones out there.
Yeah. So we'll just make our own.
I'll say that I don't like carrying anything. I went to the Grateful Dead concert and had to sneak joints in with no purse. I had no purse. I had no pockets. I had this you saw the dress, right? You saw it, this really tiny skirt
dress,
white skirt with no pockets, and then like a tied halter with nothing. There's no support and nothing. I mean, it was just loose shirt and chacos. So my feet were out, like I had my toes out, and I had got these like bandana thing, like just they were really neckerchiefs, and I got them so I could soak them in water and like put them on. by the time we got up to the thing, the one I had in my pocket was dry. So I took it out and I had 7 probably joints in my king palms in my hand. And I took it out and I like just started like casually like rolling them into this piece of fabric. And then I took my phone and I laid like I had it in this hand with my phone. So it was like all together and I just like laid it down all together. And then I walked through the metal detectors and then they handed me my tray and I grabbed my shit. But it was like, I mean, you could see the crutch. You could see the crutch. You could see it. My friend that was with me, we got a little bit for real quick because I was like, where am I supposed to put these?
Ha ha ha.
And he
like,
was like, I don't know. And I was like, I mean, what's the setup of that? Like, listen, honey, listen, Linda, honey, I've done this a million times, but you got to tell me what I'm in for. Like, what's the setup? Are they going to pat me down? Are they going to like, am I just going to go do it? Like, what are they going to do? Like, what's going to happen? Like, how is this going to go down? And he goes, I can't tell you how to sneak drugs in. And I go, that is not what I'm asking you right now. I was like, no, sir. Are you going to accuse Canna Queen of not knowing how to do that? Okay. I got so offended. Like, you think I've never done this before? Like, I was like, but I did. I was like, I ain't got nowhere to put these. Hopefully they make it in, or we ain't got no weed and we're tripping balls right now. So fuck. For me,
you made it. It worked. You did it.
It worked. It worked. I was like, just act like you do this all the time.
Yeah. And there you go. But now you can make a little joint sleeve and a bandana, and just
yeah, I should like cut a little hole in the end of that bitch and then like stuff it and then like wear it as a headband. Oh, because like literally, okay, so you spent hours the other day sewing a hem into this dress that I'm wearing. It's a wraparound skirt and it was long. It was like a long wraparound skirt. And now it's a short wraparound skirt. Look, it's cute. And I'm not going to like stand on the chair, but this is the skirt and it's like short. It's above my knees now.
Yeah, it went from ankle length to.
Yeah. So I look dope as shit right now. And let me tell you, this fit is everything for me. And
extra fabric. So
yeah, we're gonna like make a bandana maybe, or like a bandeau like situation where you tie it in the back or whatever. I don't fucking know, but we're gonna figure out what to do with that extra fabric. And there's like a little hole in the hem, so there's a couple of little holes in the hem so that I can stuff something down in there, and it'll just be part of the hem. It'll just be part of the dress. So yeah, and it also has a nice pocket here, but I don't want to bulk that up too much, just in case we're at a pat down situation.
Yeah, that's for after you get in, and you can
transfer everything into the pocket, and in the pocket you just have, it's just my ID. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just your ID holder.
It's my ID, and like, what's that? It's my ID. So yeah, but I love this skirt. Thank you for spending, like, I had a handheld machine, but it wasn't working out as much.
I couldn't even get it loaded. I spent like half an hour
but we did watch all of the Hunger Games.
All of them.
I
love them. It makes me want to read the books again.
It makes me want to rebel. It makes me want to fight. I want to fight. So, did you say you had a would you rather?
There are. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, pick one. Okay. You never pick them, so pick one.
Okay. Would you rather be able to talk with the animals or speak all foreign languages?
Oh, fuck you. What?
That one's rough, right? I'm like, I think it's animals.
I feel like it's animals, but God, I wish I could speak other languages
That
fluently.
too, but I'm like, I could also learn to speak other languages. I will never have an opportunity to speak animal.
That's a valid point. Like nobody's gonna be like, there's no like class you can take to speak animal.
I mean, I talk to lady, but like
But
we
yeah, it's
talk to
like
each other, but it's an interpretation of her feelings versus
we're talking conversing. We're not talking, you know what I said, I know what you mean by that body language. We're not talking about
no, we're
that. Like
saying,
we
like, straight
communicate
up
with
able
animals,
to talk with
but
animals.
like yeah.
Yeah.
All animals, because
Talk
sometimes
with
some animals are foreign. Can we
So are we
can we get a little on that?
translation? Like a little.
Yeah, people irritate me too, but I also love foreign languages. I've spoken so many in my life, but I haven't retained them because I always end up back in this country speaking English. Just see me roll my eyes about it. Ugh. This country. Ugh. This country. I want to send our love to Illinois. People were just out trying to actually, some people wanted to celebrate what they find or call independence in this country, and that's, I support that. Not a place where you should be getting shot. Just, we're not, it's not a war zone. We shouldn't as American citizens have PTSD for things that we aren't directly involved in. But you can't not think about the fact that we were standing out at a parade the other day.
Yeah.
You can't not think about the fact that we like going to the movies on Tuesdays because they're $5. You can't not think about the fact that we love going to concerts. And like, it's like, that's not a risk that we should be taking, like to go to a concert and
right. It shouldn't be a risk,
like a war, not even a war. It's like a hunting, because we don't have we're not prepared to fight back. You know, as far as like, we're just out having fun, and like, you're attacking us. We didn't even know we was at war with you. We were just hanging out at you know,
on the Independence Day movie. You want one more? Would you rather?
Yes.
Okay. Would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
Organic. Wait. Organic. Organic. Definitely, because if they're robotic, that means that they could control us like that, because they could control all of our computers. I mean, organic, they could too, but like if they're robotic, they could like physically do, like, with, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Outstrength us too.
Yeah. And also that's a possibility with organic, but at least with organic, you have like,
it has a follow-up question. It says, which would be less likely to wipe us off the face of the planet?
I mean, organic, because there's a chance that the organic being is, compassionate. There's also a chance that they're not, but like robotics, you don't get that chance. You don't get a chance for compassion. It's just,
the robot's just gonna do it, and you got to figure out a different way.
We know
that with the Borg.
You stuck with logic, right? With a robot, you stuck with logic, and if you're stuck with logic, we're goners. We gotta go. We're destroying this planet. Logically speaking, we gotta go. So robots definitely would take the planet out faster too, because again, they already would be connected to the electronic life that we live already.
Yep.
That would be very simple for them to take control.
I agree. I'd go with the organic. We have better chances to win.
You got a 50-50 chance that they're compassionate, And also, if they could, I mean, I would say that aliens most likely are major. Well, I don't know about majority because we can call alien a small organism from another, right? But I would say like life forms that would be something that we imagine with a brain and functionality, right? Okay. I would say that their brain is probably more useful than ours. So they would definitely be able to take us over and hack into our computers pretty quickly, but robots would do it faster.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can't reason with a robot, but you can maybe perhaps reason with an organic being. Maybe.
Yeah. I agree.
I say that when
I know. Either way,
when I
like
know human beings you can't reason with.
Right.
That's why I get to enjoy crime shows on a regular basis. Yikes. Man. Well, what a good show. We went over the hour. Like we said, we were like, we're tired. We're gonna do an hour. We're gonna get off. We did it.
I'm going to go lay on the couch here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go chill out too. We had a full work day. She drove most of the day, but we still were working. We were emails and all that stuff. We've had a full work week. We've been working and packing also my house. Yeah, we've been very productive and not a single that's not true. At least one nap was taken for the weekend, but it was on a Sunday. So I don't know if it counts. I don't feel like it counts on Sundays.
No, that's just a part of Sunday.
That's part of Sunday. That's what Sunday is.
Yeah, that's an
You wake up, you eat, you smoke some weed, you go back to sleep, watching a movie or football or something, and then you wake up later and you eat again and probably smoke another blunt. And drink a beer if you imbibe like that or whatever. But yeah, that's what Sundays are for.
Yep.
Not in some states you can't get beer on Sunday. So, maybe past you needs to look out for future you. I would say. I think that's only Utah. Maybe are there any other dry states in this country? Definitely dry counties in states, though. There are definitely counties within states, and there are also blue laws in a lot of states on Sunday that don't allow you to buy alcohol on Sunday, which I think is a very clear violation of this whole church and state shit.
Florida used to be like that, I think.
A lot of southern states are like that. Bible Belty states are like, you can't buy. Sorry, I apologize. Listen, they're my relatives too. I'm from the South. Sometimes listen, if I'm around somebody,
I get a little Southern, yeah.
But they'll be like, you can't buy beer on Jesus's day. You can't buy beer. So they don't buy beer. No, you can't buy beer, bitch. I don't even believe in any of this shit. Like, why I can't buy beer? Like,
yeah, no, it was crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. Anyways, we love you guys. We are going to be here next week. Yes. We're going to be here next week. We're going to talk a little bit about 710 and the origins of 710 on 7-Eleven. Because 710 is a Sunday, 7-Eleven is a Monday. But also, after next week, we're going to take a little hiatus for July and potentially part of August, but we will still post stuff. We might post an old episode for you guys to watch or something like that, like a throwback. But we need a little summer break. And I personally, like for me personally, I have a million things on my plate right now. And I know MJ also has a lot going on that we just need like a moment to breathe. So we're gonna what's today? Wednesday?
Strong in August.
Oh, did it freeze? Sorry that it froze. If that was our technical difficulty, we apologize. So we're gonna come in on Monday and do the show. Probably on Wednesday also, but then after that, we're going to take a little summer hiatus and take a couple weeks off to get our shit together and come back refreshed. And we hope that doesn't disappoint you. You can still catch us, or at least you could catch me from time to time. I'll probably do some lives here from time to time. Maybe I'll still do like a Monday, Wednesday live if I have time to do that and just chitter chatter, include you in what's going on. But yeah, we need a little bit of a break, a minute to breathe. And honestly, we're not, if you guys think we're going to take a break, you haven't met us. You don't know us. We're
right.
clearly
Yeah.
not
You
going to
know what
take
that
a
break means. It means that we
That
need to be
break
able to
means
concentrate on
something
some
else.
set things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
So we just need to focus some energy in some other places. And we don't want to let you down doing this show half-assed. So we're gonna be looking for guests for August and for the rest of the year. If you guys have any suggestions, you could definitely hit us up on the email or hit us up on any of our social media and just let us know what you're thinking. It helps if you link us to the person you're talking about or point us in the right direction. But yeah, we'll work on that when we're taking a little bit of a hiatus. We'll look and try to start setting that up and come back strong. So that's what we're gonna do. But we are gonna be here next week, so don't slow down yet. Bring your friends and tell your friends we're here. We're raging whenever we can. And I'll just do like a really quick commercial break before we leave. We should really do these in the middle of the show, and we always just forget. We get to talking all the time. But if you are in the industry in Colorado, definitely hit us up. CQ LLC, Cannabis Consulting and Education, www.cq-llc.com. Customer service, cqllc@gmail.com. 970-426-5985 is where you can reach us. We have been approved this year to teach responsible vendor training. We have a virtual option right now, but we will have a live virtual option, which includes me doing the teaching very soon. So we're working on that. That's one of the things that I'm going to be working on during our hiatus, really hard, like going hard at that. So yeah, give us a call. And also, if you just know that your dispensary needs a little, woman handling, if you will, we can come in and, fuck shit up a little bit to clean it up, to fuck shit up, to build it up. You know what I'm saying? So give us a call, 970-426-5985. This is how we talk. So just a little fair warning. This show is every day and always brought to you by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzer is where you can find our social media links and soon our website. We are working on that right now. Queen Kitty Seltzer, 10 milligrams of CBD, no sugar added in this, all natural botanical terpene flavors for the bubblegum and the lemon kiss. Pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. You know you love it. Okay. It's really good. It's not hot. We got all the COA testing. It's a beautiful, yummy product.
Oh, check out our recent posts. We did some kitty tails at Starlight Lounge, another location down in Durango carrying Queen Kitty. We got to pop into all of their locations while I was there, which was really cool. And I can't wait to, I need to actually put it on my social media calendar to repost and highlight our vendors again.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We also need y'all, if y'all hear the sound of our voice ever, we need y'all to put those table cards out on your tables now. Come on now.
Yes. And so I will be up in Steamboat this week doing a little delivery to one new account and one reorder. So yay.
Nice.
And I've got to touch base with other people and see if I might just do the drop-ins and be like, sorry, I haven't been there because, life.
Crazy. We need the bank account situation handled, so y'all send good vibes that way. If you guys love King Palms the way we love King Palms, you can get 15% off using code KPTCCP May 15 at kingpalm.com. Go check it out. Burn one down. I think that's all of it today. I think that's it. We're exhausted. So we're gonna go take a nap or something, or
It's
like
been fun,
sleep
y'all,
until
though.
tomorrow.
Like, good show. Good
It's a
show.
great show today. I loved it. I had so much fun, and we're gonna continue doing Florida Man stories on Wednesdays. Because why not? If you guys find an interesting story in your state that you want us to highlight too, it doesn't have to be cannabis related, because we'll highlight it on a Wednesday. If it's funny or whatever, you know, we're here on Wednesdays for just to hang out with you guys. Really, we don't want you to forget that we exist. So we come on Wednesday.
Yeah, to
and
talk
we hang
about
out.
whatever we want. And if
Yeah.
there's like people in your area or some designer, or I don't know, like I've reached out to the cake designer, you reached out to Adam, like these are people we found interesting. If there's someone that you think that we would be, and we'll shoot our shot, we'll take a chance and ask
Y'all,
them if they want to be on our show.
you guys go and tell them to check us out. You guys, if you
Yeah,
guys
that
know
too.
somebody that you are like, you would, man, well, I would love to see you on at TCCP if you're on TikTok, at Cannabis Closet 420 if you're on Instagram. Yeah, just like bombard their shit, man. Send them our links. So send them our solar link. You know, we'll do it. I mean, we'll do it. You know, we'll do it. Well, I mean, there's very few people I will not give a voice to on this show. Very few. Off the top of my head, I can't even name one. But if you brought me somebody and you knew that I wasn't going to give them a voice, I mean, you know who they are. I'm not going to do that. But I mean, you know, we would love a good debate too. I mean, we don't have to agree on everything. I'm just saying there's certain perspectives that we won't give time to, I guess. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's our show. We can do what the fuck we want.
Though we will talk about anything, we reserve the right to not have to talk about something that we don't want to.
That's true.
How's that? Disclaimer for you.
How's that for a disclaimer? You guys, be nice to yourself. Make sure that you put your mask on before assisting others. It's very important. Self-care.
Yep. Can't help someone if you're not you're not here. Cultivate love. Bring it to you. You deserve it.
You sure do. You deserve it in your heart and in your soul and in your mind. And as always, stay lifted. We will see you on Monday. We're going to talk about the origins of Seven's Head. It's probably, we'll see. If it's not that interesting, we'll talk about some other shit. But that's where we're going to start. All right. See you guys on Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. As always, we love you.